What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of Elgin in the Chicagoland area. Welcome in, everybody. If you're tuning in your cars right now, thank you so much for not turning that radio dial. And for everybody who's tuning in on the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show, spelled TheJaimeDeeshow, I truly appreciate you. Welcome in, everybody. We got Justin Chuck. Yes, we got the KSHP team in the chat. What's up, Justin? I miss you. I really do miss you. I'm seeing that live on the radio. I miss you. What's up, Kara? What's up? Welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all in. I actually feel amazing today. Now, you may be asking, Jamie, why do you feel amazing? I feel amazing because not only did I get 8 hours of sleep, I did exactly what it is I said I was going to do. Remember how on previous shows I was talking about being on time, balancing your life, and trying to do different things so you don't get the same results? Well, I've been doing that, and I'm proud of myself. Go me. Yes. And I was actually able to get a lot of stuff done this morning. I'm proud of myself. All right, so for today's show rundown, we're going to go over the daily news and then have a conversation about finding a job. Yes, this is a social topic because, y'all, it is hard out here. So don't go nowhere. I need you all to stick around because, as always, I want you all to call in at 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410 to get in on the conversation that we're having at those moments. Let's get into some news, y'all. The Jasmine brand stated that Hinge, Tinder, and other dating apps are facing a lawsuit for being addictive. Per Fox 13 News, the lawsuit was filed against parent company Match Group, which operates several dating apps in the U.S. and other countries. The suit was first filed in federal court in the Northern District of California on Valentine's Day, February 14th. The complaint says Match intentionally designs its dating platforms with game-like features that lock users into a perpetual pay-to-play loop that prioritizes profit over the promise to help users find relationships. Dating apps make money when users pay for a subscription, which unlocks additional features that promises more engagement and better matching potential. The lawsuit claims the design of the dating apps turns users into addicts who purchase ever more expensive subscriptions. Now, I'm going to say this. I hold myself accountable so y'all don't have to. I'm on these dating apps. I'm not going to lie. I am single and ready to mingle. Look, if you want to mingle with me back, I believe in practice in monogamy. I want to get married one day. I want to have kids, yada, yada, yada. I fill all that stuff out on my dating profiles. I don't care if a lot of y'all say I'm a celebrity, because I am. Hair flip. But I also don't care that you guys don't think I should be on these apps. Y'all, I am bored and I'm single and ready to mingle. So I know how it feels to be on these dating apps. And I can honestly say, I don't pay for them subscriptions. I do not pay for extra amenities that these dating apps promise, because while I like Tinder, I like Hinge, and all those other dating apps, the people on there suck. Like, you're not doing any extra vetting or giving me extra people or better people to talk to after having them pay these subscriptions. These dating apps still suck. But I will say this, even though I don't pay for the subscriptions and the extra things you could do and get, I get very addicted to swiping left and right. I do. And I get so bored at times. I'm just like, left, right. I ain't gonna lie. You know, when that certain time of night hit, you get on them apps and you're just like, left, right. So I can see it. I'm personally not addicted because I'm paying for stuff, but I would say I can find myself spending hours on them. And I tell myself, please get off this crap. It's just like being on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. It's the same thing to me, especially when you're reading all the profiles. if you're like a creep like me, I'm gonna be honest, and you're trying to find that person on Instagram so that you can get some extra, details behind the scenes of who this person really is, it could get really addictive. So I can see that. So hey, if these apps are promising that you are going to find the love of your life, if you pay them $10.99 a month and they're not, sue them. I completely support it. The Neighborhood Talk posted that a North Texas mother is fighting to get her toddler back after Child Protective Services removed him from her care without a court order or police officers finding an immediate need for his removal. According to Fox 4 News, Jocelyn Sanders' nightmare began when she took her 2-year-old son, Josiah, to the hospital for a rash. Sanders took Josiah to Children's Medical Center Dallas because he had a rash that she believed was a reaction to a new laundry detergent. Sanders said that the doctor recommended a medicine she was not comfortable with, so she left the hospital against medical advice and took her son to a pediatrician. The following afternoon, CPS officers, accompanied by Corinth police, arrived at her apartment. Police Chief Jared Gardner told the outlet his officers, quote, did not observe anything that would indicate the child was in immediate danger or imminent danger, end quote. However, CPS investigators said they were responding to a report from Children's about a child being malnourished. The family denied the claim and provided medical records showing the date Josiah left the hospital, which showed no indication of child abuse or negligence. Sanders' court hearing is next week, and Josiah will unfortunately be placed in a foster home. Actually was placed apparently this past Tuesday. Take a listen to this report.
Rash that she believed was a reaction to a new laundry detergent.
When I realized that his foot was swelling, so I took him to the hospital based on a referral from his pediatrician.
She says the doctor recommended a medicine she was not comfortable with.
I just was not okay with giving him clindamycin, since that antibiotic is reserved for more severe infections.
Sanders decided to leave the hospital against medical advice to take Josiah to her pediatrician, which she did. Even so, the next afternoon, CPS officers came to her apartment. Court affidavit filed by the CPS worker stated the child had a skin infection and a nutritional deficiency. Mother Jocelyn Sanders provided no explanation about the child being malnourished. The doctor said the child is at severe risk of becoming septic due to serious infection. Sanders says the affidavit failed to include information that Josiah was receiving treatment for feeding difficulties through his nutrition therapist and an alternate antibiotic from his primary care provider.
I think about him every moment.
This is a very sad situation because parents should have the ability to say yes or no to whatever that's being recommended to be ingested by their child. I understand that there may be people out there who don't know better than the doctor, but we also know there are people out there who do know better than the doctor. I mean, we're all human, and some people just don't want their children to have to take certain things, and that's okay. If this person said, you know what, I went to this one doctor, wasn't really a fan of what this one doctor had to say, didn't really like the medication prescribed, let me take my child away and go somewhere else, she should be able to do so. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but let me know in the comments down below. I don't see what this parent did as a wrong or bad thing at all, because this parent ultimately should be able to have the right to make the decisions for her child, especially if she believes this is going to be for the benefit of her child. Now, if everybody says, no, your child needs this, and she's being crazy and she doesn't want to help her child, and she's trying to say, I'm doing this for the benefit of my child, no, of course, that's child neglect, abuse, all that stuff. But if she's like, I want to go somewhere else, I want to also talk to other people, I want to get some more recommendations and referrals and research done, she should be able to do so, period. All right, y'all, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some more daily news. So don't go anywhere. This is the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN out of Elgin in the Chicagoland area. I'll be right back.
Stop in at the Lake in the Hills Tattoo Company, just off Randall and Polaris Drive, and talk to one of the experienced tattoo and piercing experts about getting your first or next tattoo or piercing. Lake in the Hills Tattoo Company will provide a comfortable, relaxing environment for you. Call 847-458-1155 to schedule an appointment, or stop in at 61 Polaris Drive, Unit number 1, and talk to one of the artists at Lake in the Hills Tattoo Company.
Hey there, this is Tammy Scully with the Radio Shop Show, inviting you to live large for less by listening to the Radio Shopping Show weekdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 4 to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. Check out our website at WRMN1410.com and come see us sometime at 14 Douglas Avenue in downtown Elgin, home of local radio for 75 years, including the Radio Shopping Show for over 40 years. We are WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on.
It's always exciting to hear Elgin business owners like Tanner Melvin of Side Street Studios share positivity about the local community.
Elgin is on its way, and it has been. And sometimes, we got set back with the pandemic, and it's been rough. Everyone has felt it, and in so many different ways. What we're trying to do is a lot of hand-holding and shoulder rubbing and being like, it's okay, it's okay. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get this town a lot more money. We're very lucky to live in this community right now. There's nothing like this around here.
Feel the positive power of the first shift with me, Marky B, weekday mornings on WRMN.
Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! I want to be dramatic on purpose. Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of Elgin and the Chicagoland area. Boom! Boom! I'm getting that together. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's spelled TheJaimeDeeshow. If you are now actually tuning in and you want to comment live, log in using your Gmail account. I do acknowledge comments live on the radio. So if you want to be live on the radio with me right now and hear comments, go ahead, log in, and let's get into it. We're still going over some daily news, so let's get into it. As seen on Neighborhood Talk, a Pennsylvania judge has landed herself behind bars because she couldn't face the fact that her relationship was over. Judge Sonia M. McKnight, age 57, was taken aback after being told by her boyfriend, Michael McCoy, that he was leaving her and she needed to move out of his house. He asked her multiple times to leave, but before taking the house key that he had given to her. He didn't know Sonia had made a copy, though. McCoy left for work thinking he had finally gotten rid of her, only to see her sitting on his couch eating cereal the next day. She left McCoy no choice but to say the scariest thing you could ever possibly say to a Black person. "I'ma tell your mom." That's when Sonia said, "Oh, you're really serious." When McCoy went to sleep that night, he was awakened to a hole in his head and pain in one of his eyes. Sonia had shot him, but was pretending as if McCoy did it to himself. Quote, "What have you done to yourself?" End quote, she asked. When police arrived, they found gun residue on her hands. This isn't Sonia's first time pulling out that fire, though. In 2019, she was cleared of charges after being accused of shooting her estranged husband in the penis. She is now being charged with attempted murder and aggravated assault. McCoy, unfortunately, is blind in one eye now. Sonia decided that if she has to live with holes in her heart, she's going to leave this man with one, too. Thank God McCoy survived. tragic, sad, and completely horrific situation. I think it's upsetting to never know how the person that you bring into your life, love on, cherish, build with, and truly believe that you know will respond when things get tough, when things don't go their way, when they have to turn around and do things differently than they were doing before. And you would just never expect that breaking up with somebody would end up with them trying to kill you. It's sad. It's a sad, horrible, and scary reality. And I'm praying for Mr. McCoy because I'm sure he didn't believe that he would wake up to a hole in his face and now being blind because he was trying to end a situation that was no longer serving anyone. And so I feel really bad. And it sucks being somebody who wants love so bad, who would do anything to find that one person to love on, cherish, be monogamous with, start a family with, and so on. It's scary to know that bad things can happen in that process and after you get those things. And so I pray for everybody involved in the situation. I also pray for those who are in abusive situations, who are afraid to get out, who are trying to find ways to get out, but feel as though that something will happen to them if they get out. And I also pray for those who are like me, who just want to meet amazing people who they could grow with, live and be with, without fear of anything happening to them with that person or by that person. It's a scary reality, and I pray against this happening to anybody. I pray against the person you love, whether that's a family member, friend, or a significant other, turning on you because things aren't going their way. Again, just a very sad reality. As reported by the Neighborhood Talk, imagine you discovered that you won the lottery for millions of dollars, only for the company to take it back because of a mistake, and you get nothing. That's exactly what happened to a man in D.C. According to NBC4, John Cheeks, age 60, saw his winning numbers on the Powerball website one day after it was announced. But when he attempted to redeem the ticket, they told him that the numbers posted were wrong and were announced by mistake. John says he bought a Powerball ticket on January 6th of 2023 for a drawing that would take place the next day, January 7th. Due to him being consumed with work, John wasn't able to check the numbers until January 8th. When he went to the website, to his surprise, his winning numbers weren't there. They were there, excuse me. He quickly took a screenshot of the website and went back to working on his project after realizing he just won the lottery. Quote, I got a little excited, but I didn't shout. I didn't scream. And quote, Cheeks said, quote, I just politely called a friend. I took a picture as he recommended, and that was it. I went to sleep, end quote. Once John had some free time, he tried to go redeem his ticket at multiple locations with this friend, including the DC office of lottery, but it was adamantly denied. They claimed the real winning numbers were announced on the broadcast shown on January 7th, which are completely different numbers than what John had on his ticket. John argues that the winning numbers he saw on the website were there for 3 whole days before they were corrected. So he should still be compensated to $340 million despite the error on the company's end. Quote, they have said that one of their contractors made a mistake, end quote. John's attorney, Richard Evans, said, quote, I haven't seen the evidence to support that yet, end quote. Even if it was a mistake made, the question becomes, what do you do about it? He said, quote, there's a precedent for this. A similar case that happened in Iowa where a mistake was admitted to by a contractor and they paid the winnings out, end quote. As of right now, the lawsuit is pending. Hopefully, John gets the money he's owed. Take a listen to this report.
Now a story you'll see only on News 4. How many of us have dreamed about what we would do if the Powerball numbers on the lottery website matched the paper ticket in our hands? The luxury cars we'd buy, the job we might quit, the people we'd be able to help. Well, tonight, News 4's Jackie Benson has the story of a D.C. man who was suing Powerball and the D.C. Lottery for refusing to pay out a $340 million prize last year after his lawsuit claims his numbers came up on their screen.
I'm not a regular, except for when the jackpot goes up. On January 6th of last year, D.C. resident Joseph Cheeks bought a Powerball ticket using a personal combination of family birth dates and other numbers. Mr. Cheeks did not see the drawing, but on January 8th, he pulled up the D.C. Lottery website on his laptop. He saw his numbers. He took this screenshot. But the numbers posted on the D.C. Lottery website
This is Powerball. Good evening, America.
Were not the same as those pulled in that Powerball drawing January 7th. His lawsuit claims his numbers remained on the lottery's website for 3 days, and the size of the Powerball prize at that time was $340 million.
And I got a little excited, but I didn't shout, I didn't scream. I just politely called a friend. I took a picture as he recommended. And that was it. Yeah, I went to sleep.
Mr. Cheeks attributes his somewhat low-key response to being deeply immersed in his work at the time. He's trying to create a home trust bank that would make loans to people who don't qualify for traditional mortgages.
The crisis of the home ownership situation here in the district, Virginia and Maryland, tent cities over at the State Department, tent cities at Union Station. I know it's unheard of, and I've been criticized for saying that, but the F word for foreclosure would not stand on our contracts with people.
In his lawsuit, Mr. Cheeks says when he tried to redeem the ticket at a licensed retailer, the prize was denied. At the D.C. Office of Lottery and Gaming Prize Center, Mr. Cheeks says he got another denial. He says he also got a request from a claims staffer.
Hey, this ticket is no good. Just throw it in the trash can. And I gave him a stern look. I said, in the trash can. He goes, oh, yeah, just throw it away. You're not going to get paid. There's a trash can right there.
Mr. Cheeks says he put the ticket in a safe deposit box instead and contacted a lawyer. The lawsuit filed by attorney Richard Evans claims Mr. Cheeks was eventually told that a lottery contractor, D.C.-based Teote Enterprises, accidentally posted the wrong numbers, that it was a mistake.
They have said that one of their contractors made a mistake. I haven't seen the evidence to support that yet. Even if a mistake was made, the question becomes, what do you do about that? There is precedent for this. A similar case happened in Iowa, where a mistake was admitted to by a contractor, and they paid the winnings out.
News 4 has contacted by email Powerball, the Multi-State Lottery Association, Teote Enterprises, the contractor, and various D.C. government entities named in the lawsuit, along with their attorneys of record. We were told there would be no comment on the ongoing litigation. Jackie Benson, News 4.
Pay that man. I don't care what none of y'all say. Pay that man. He deserves his coins. I don't care if you guys were hacked. If my numbers are on your website saying that I'm a winner, you better give me my money. Give me my money. Give that man his money. Period, point blank. I don't care if the TV didn't match the website. Pay this man. Pay him. Something's not adding up. Something. And then on top of that, if there's a precedent where this has happened before, why is it an issue with this black man? Why is it all of a sudden there's nothing that can be done? If you don't pay this man his money, the way this lawsuit about to eat y'all up, he gonna win. He gonna get something. I don't even think they're gonna even go to court. I think they're gonna settle, but I'm happy for this man. Congratulations, because we all know he's gonna get paid something. Congratulations, lottery winner. Not a fake one, but a real one. Not a small one, but a big one. Congratulations. All right, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, our social topic of the day is finding a job. Child. I want you guys to get into this social topic, so don't go anywhere. As always, you can call in at 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410, or continue commenting on the socials. I see we got Charmaine. I see we got Camilla. I see we got Kara. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. All right, y'all, don't go anywhere. This is Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP out of Las Vegas and live on WRMN out of Elgin in the Chicagoland area. I'll be right back.
When you need your banker, they should be ready to put you first. At Wintrust, you can have the banking experience you need and the one you deserve. Ready for a change? We've made it even easier. Our new sophisticated online platform makes opening accounts a breeze, but our bankers are always here for you. Open a new Total Access checking account in minutes at wintrust.com/fast. Plus, get $300. $100 required to open. Requirements to qualify. Must use link to apply. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Matt in the mornings, inviting you to live large for less by listening to the Radio Shopping Show, weekdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 4 to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. Find out more about WRMN, from our daily deals to our weekend programming to our open office hours. Check out our website at WRMN1410.com and come see us sometime at 14 Douglas Avenue in downtown Elgin, home of local radio for 75 years. We are WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
The Barbecue King Smokehouse of Huntley and Woodstock does barbecue every day, and for them, it's a passion and labor of love to prepare the best barbecue around. Stop in at the Woodstock location just off the historic square or in downtown Huntley and taste the incredible brisket, ribs, chicken, and more. When you take that first bite, you'll know why the Barbecue King Smokehouse takes up to 16 hours to prepare the food.
Come early, come hungry, or talk to the King about catering packages from the Barbecue King Smokehouse of Woodstock and Huntley.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM every Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. CST out of Elgin in the Chicagoland area. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's spelled TheJaimedEeshow. This is a real live radio show. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Also, if you want to promote your business, products, services, music, podcast, and more, hit us up at info@JamieDee.com. That's info@JAIMEDEE.com. Y'all, radio is alive and well, and the reach of radio is huge. And not only is the reach of radio huge, but the reach of me, Jaime Dee, is huge as well. So come on over, tap in with us, and let us help build and grow your brand, your company, or whatever it is you're trying to promote. We got you, all right? Let's go. All right, so if you're just now tuning in, I already went over some daily news, and now we're going to have a conversation about this social topic, finding a job. I'm excited to have all the people listening in right now because I want you all to actually comment live to tell me how you feel. And if you are able to call in at 847-931-1410, please do. Call in 847-931-1410. Y'all, finding and securing a job should never be as hard as it is. I've been working since I was 14 years old, which means that I have seen and experienced a lot in the workforce. Again, I have been working since I was 14 years old. I have worked almost every dang where. I worked in the fast food industry, the restaurant industry, health and wealth industry, media/entertainment industry, the corporate world, higher education, student affairs, and more, just to name a few. I can authentically say that I'm a jack of all trades. However, to get those jobs, I had to apply for them. And that is the hardest part. I know a lot of people say interviewing is the hardest part, but to me, applying for the job and getting the interview is the hardest part. I just hate applying for jobs. I hate it. I know a lot of people say interviewing is the hardest, but again, applying is. Getting the interview is. I know people say hate is a strong word, but that's how strongly I feel about applying for jobs. Companies do too freaking much when it comes to the application process. I have never understood why we had to create a resume just to upload it to the application and still manually input it into the application. To me, that's dumb. Let me know if you guys agree live on the air. Do you guys agree that the application process is stupid? The things that make us go through is just dumb. Why do I have to do that part? Why do I have to do that part all over again after I've already carefully crafted my beautiful resume for the hiring person's viewing pleasure? I didn't do all that work to make this resume look so neat, so clean, so precise for me to have to put it all back into your database. I get it may be copying and pasting, but that takes a lot of time. It does. And a lot of people be asking, well, what's the exact day you worked and the exact day you stopped working? I don't know. I just know I started working sometime in March. I ended sometime 3 years later in June. I don't know. Come on now. And then y'all be asking, well, how much did y'all get paid at that job? That's none of your business how much I got paid at my previous job. They have a bunch of unnecessary AF questions that don't even need to be answered. Okay, now some of the questions I get, they may be necessary to know before the company wastes their time interviewing someone. Like, hey, do you have the certificate? Do you have this necessary experience? Have you worked with these people? Do you have this type of criminal background? That stuff I get. I'm cool with that. Like I said, you be asking me about my salary. You want to know the full address to where I work? Like, none of that stuff is important. None of it. And a lot of times, y'all don't even check it. That's the crap that pees me off the most. Y'all don't even check it. Y'all don't even check it. Ooh, that makes me mad. And I know that for a fact. I'm a firm believer of getting the important things out the way first. I give you that. And understanding if the compatibility is there before diving too deep into things. However, most jobs don't even ask those important questions for real. And if they did, I wouldn't be mad, but they don't, so I'm mad. Oh, let's not get into the job applications that ask you to submit a video introducing yourself. Ooh. When I tell you that is an automatic turn off and those applications truly piss me clean the crap off, and I'm somebody who doesn't have a problem being on the camera. But who got time to fill out that extensive behind application just to turn around and have to go get cleaned up, dressed up, and then set up a camera to do a dang pre-interview before the interview? Like, cut the crap. Read my darn resume and interview me. Stop being lazy. On top of that, I'm tired of answering these EO, which stands for equal opportunity questions, at the end of the application. You don't need to know if I'm male, female, black, white, Asian, gay, bi, straight, none of that. You don't need to know that. You don't need to even know my pronoun. You don't need to know none of that. None of it. They swear those questions that are asked at the end of the application aren't used in the hiring process, but we know they are. If they really needed to know those questions answered, if they really needed those questions, and they say that it's only for analytics and data and for the government, then get those questions answered after you hire me, not before. And don't sit here and be like, well, we just want to know how many black people are applying for this job and how many queer people are applying for this job and how many females are applying for this job. So we know that we are getting these type of people to want to work with us. And it's like, for what? For what? Is that more important, seeing that these people are applying for these jobs or actually having these people in these jobs? I think it's having them in these jobs. I don't know. Tell me if you guys agree or disagree. Camilla says, yeah, no camera pre-interview for me. And I agree, that crap is irritating. And I'm somebody who has 4 TV shows as the main character on network TV. Network TV. And I still don't want to do it. That crap pees me off. You can't just expect me to believe that me telling you that I'm a black person and a male won't be used against me. I don't care what none of y'all say. You just can't tell me that it won't be used against me. Because I know some people who put a black application in and then put a white application in and their white application got pulled. And it was the same information. I know people who've actually done this. So you can't say that this stuff is not being used against me. And if they are used for my benefit, because some people say that they are, they prove that it is, while I appreciate you trying to give me a fair chance in that matter, I want my fair chance to be based on my merit, not because I'm black and not because I'm a male. I know a lot of people don't care if they're the token black person or whatever token they are, but if you won't hire me because of what I identify as, or you only hire me because of what I identify as, male or black or whatever else, then I don't want to be there, period. I want to know that you were like, ooh, this dude got a great resume. This guy seems like an awesome person. Let me call him based off that, not because you see I'm male, black, and whatever else. I don't know. Hire me because I sat here and went through college 2 times, got several certificates, worked from the bottom several times, did all these internships, got all these mentorships done, took all these other jobs for you. Yes, you, these companies and these people who are hiring. And I want you guys to see that. See it, like it, love it. Don't be like, oh, because you're black, we're going to bring you in. No, I want to know that what I did wasn't in vain. It's just a lot when it comes to applications, y'all. All in all, I'm just tired of applying for jobs. The process takes too long, and it feels like I'm always applying for jobs that will never even hire me or look at my application. Having had to apply for jobs so much is somewhat my fault. I'll give y'all that, but a lot of it isn't. I know people drag millennials and Gen Zers for only staying at jobs for 1 to 3 years, but you can't blame us. These jobs are catfishing and having toxic and hostile work environments. You apply for jobs you think you'll like, get swindled in during the interview process, and then boom. When you get there, your coworkers are trash. Your manager can't manage and has all types of issues. They promise you all this crap that never comes true. The work you do either isn't satisfying or what you actually wanted to do. And most of all, you really aren't even getting paid that much. So then you start applying for another job because you can't take it anymore, and you ultimately end up leaving the job that you're at. Millennials and Gen Zers are not like the generations that came before us. We are not about to sit at a job we don't like just because. We're not. We aren't going to deal with a bunch of BS just to say we have a job either. Absolutely not. Our health and peace of mind comes before anything else. I'm going to say it again. Our health and our peace of mind comes before anything else. We've already gone through so much as it is. We aren't about to sit here and take that BS at work too. No. All right, y'all, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some more conversations about finding a job. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't. This is the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP out of Las Vegas and live on WRMN out of Elgin in the Chicagoland area. I'll be right back.
WRMN, home of the radio shopping show, has been saving our shoppers up to 70% and sometimes even more. See for yourself at WRMN1410.com. Sign up for a free key tag or call or visit our redemption center in downtown Elgin, 847-741-7700. Follow us on Facebook at WRMN 1410 Radio and keep on listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Fox River Valley and the home of the radio shopping show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP out of Las Vegas and live on WRMN out of Elgin in the Chicagoland area. If you want to promote your business, product, service, music, podcast, and more, hit us up at info@jamiedee.com. All right, we're having a conversation about finding a job. I know there are people out there who may be like, why do you take these jobs if you know you aren't going to like it? You know how much you get paid beforehand, and you already saw the red flags. Well, Peppermint Patty, some of us can't keep waiting around for our perfect dream job to finally recognize us and give us a chance. So we do what we have to do, and if that means taking a crappy job just to get some money until we get to where we want to be, then that's what we're going to do. However, just because we took that crappy job out of need or desperation doesn't mean we have to stay there and deal with their crap. Forget them. At least we're leaving versus complaining, living a terrible life, and adding to the already toxic work environment. These companies are using us just as much or even more than we're using them. And that's a fact. So we're going to get our little coin, or the experience we need and get the heck up out of there. Just how those companies don't owe us anything and can fire and lay us off without any notice, we can come in and leave as we please. If you want to be miserable where you are and continue to stay jealous of how we jump from job to job until we find happiness, that's on you. We didn't tell you to stay where you're at. We want happiness, stability, balance, great pay, job security, benefits, and for them to keep their promises. Most of y'all aren't even getting that. So yes, we are going to keep quitting and keep applying until someone gets it right. Period. We aren't standing for these companies to look at us in our face and tell us we're not good enough. And we're not going to stand for these companies' crap anymore. To add to that, you haters and judges out there act like it's so easy getting a good job in the first place. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. It's hard out here. It doesn't even feel like these companies are hiring for real. It just feels like these companies are posting jobs online just because. I know I can't be the only one who gets on sites like Indeed.com and LinkedIn.com and feel like I'm aimlessly applying because where is my application actually going? Are these companies even getting my applications? Are these job postings even real? Are they even hiring? Well, Andrew Bogoff says statistics show that my suspicions aren't wrong. A lot of these companies aren't hiring and these job postings are fake job postings. I'm going to play what she had to say about this topic because I really want you guys to understand I'm not just complaining just to complain. I'm not talking just to talk. These things are happening in real life. Take a look.
Why are all of these places hiring, but won't hire? Well over 3,000 jobs. That is the lowball estimate of how many jobs in total I've applied to since I graduated college in the winter of 2021. Statistically, job openings on the market are at an all-time high. Why does it feel like it's absolutely impossible to get a job right now? Well, I'm about to tell you why. In fact, it's so hard for Gen Z and millennials to get a job nowadays that even when I did finally get a job, after 8-9 months of applying, I continued to apply to jobs because I knew that's literally how hard it is to get a job. That if something happened at that job, it could be another 2 or 3 years before I found another one. In fact, I got laid off this week from one of my 3 current jobs for budgeting reasons, and I haven't even bothered to start the applying process again because it just feels so pointless. And people like this who are selling coaching services might try and convince you that your approach is the issue. Unfortunately, it usually has nothing to do with you, which makes you feel even more helpless. Like when I finally managed to find jobs that were actually doing interviews, I would make it to the end round of candidates for those interviews. But the issue is right in front of you. When you open up your LinkedIn and you look at all your job applications, what do you see right away? Only one of them says that it was even viewed. And most of them just all go completely unviewed and untouched. And that's because most of these jobs aren't actually real. And I can confirm this now as someone who worked within a company and whose friend worked within a very large company we'll call saline forces. One day I noticed they had hundreds and hundreds of jobs listed on LinkedIn and I was like, oh, I should apply and come work with you. It would be fun. And he said, none of those jobs are probably real. We just keep posting the same jobs over and over again and most of them aren't even real so that it looks like we're constantly growing and doing well. And most companies do this. Even one of the companies I worked for did this. They're referred to as ghost jobs, but there's no way of knowing at first glance which ones are real and which ones are fake. So they all go into counting to these numbers. That allegedly the job market has 1.4 positions posted for every person looking.
Period. What Andra said is true. I did my own research and even asked HR professionals from many companies what is actually happening. And is what Andra had to say true? And they all agreed that she's telling the truth. Sometimes jobs hire from within, and that's fine. But still posting the job online for everyone to see because of rules and regulations is irritating. And a lot of times I say it's because of their own analytics. They have to post the jobs and get so many applications just to fit a certain criteria. What? If this company knows they're going to hire within, they put it on their website that they hire within, they say in the job interview that they hire up, they promote up, they look at their own people first before they go out anywhere else. Why do they have to follow a guideline when they're telling you they're not going to follow the guideline in the first place? That doesn't make sense to me. And I don't think that's an issue. If I got into the company and I got hired from within and promoted up, that's cool. I'm not against that. What I'm against is knowing that you're hiring from within and still posting these jobs. That's irritating. All this crap is just smoke and mirrors. That's why so many people are miserable and on the edge of poverty because these companies make finding and securing a job seem darn near impossible. However, I want everyone who is in the struggle to know that this is not your say-all be-all. If you're in the struggle, don't fret. If you're in the struggle, don't feel as though it's over. Those feelings of being stuck, lost, lonely, miserable, not good enough, and being burnt out from applying and interviewing and then getting rejected is only temporary. You cannot give up. Your success is probably right around the corner, but you're too sad to see it. So don't give up, because you'll never see that success. You'll never see that success if you do give up. I know it may feel like you'll never get your dream job, but that is simply not true. You may just need to tweak a few things in your resume, find new companies to apply to, ask people in your network for help, go network with other people that you don't know, or go a different route. Shoot, you may even need to create your own space for your dream job, and that's okay. But what's not okay is giving up. Therefore, we're going to listen to a video by Learn Free, where they address how to overcome job rejection. Because I'm not going to let anyone listening in right now fail or give up, because they let these dumb people or companies make them feel lower than
Sanchez
low.
is
You
like,
don't
I'm
deserve that.
suing. Too late.
So take a listen.
All right. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Rejection happens to everyone, especially during the job search. But no matter how many times you've been turned down, you can overcome professional rejection with confidence, patience, and hard work. Of course, rejection is never easy. Whether you're new to the professional world or you've spent 20 years in the workforce, getting turned down is not pleasant. Whenever you apply for a job or have an interview, brace yourself for the possibility that you could get turned down. And though it's easier said than done, try not to take rejection personally. Remember that hiring managers are simply trying to find the best fit for the company. Just because you aren't chosen doesn't mean you are worth any less as a person. You'll probably never know why you were rejected for a job, so all you can do is put forth your best self, and the rest is out of your control. Also, give yourself time to process your emotions after a rejection, especially if you were turned down